I was the agent, sir. My name's Phil&John, and I had the privilege of being here in the 80s. So I followed methodically 60s, 70s, 80s. Although I worked with Lee a lot more than I did with Mrs. Troup. Mrs. Troup was a touch point in my life, absolutely. And I think somebody said it, as you age and you get older, you start to realize that certain people in your life really touch you. You didn't realize it when you were a kid because you're too busy, well, I was too busy waiting for them to leave so I could run back and get the tractor and drive it all around the property. So that was one of my big memories. And by the way, I remembered the old horse trailer out of the driveway as well in the 80s. And yes, I remember driving to Oklahoma with Charlotte behind me in another big 6-horse trailer and yelling at me because I drove on a flat tire for 5 miles. So we all have touch points, and this whole family of people were my touch point. I learned work ethic here, and I learned to be responsible, and I learned to be places on time, and I learned about being straightforward with people. And I really today feel that this family was a big part of the success of it. So I thank you very much, and I thank all of you, and it's great seeing all of you, Lee, Charlotte, all the folks here. It was a great way to grow up. Thank you.
My name is Johnny Gertica. I'm probably class of 76, 77. And again, fond memories, and it's good to see people. I just wanted to share a couple of things. Right out of college, not knowing what to do and how to make a couple of bucks, a couple of people saw me ride and said, well, why don't you teach an up-down trail up in North Jersey? So I got to start as a riding instructor right out of college and was able to muck stall, ride for free, and teach. And of course, the time in between, you lose some of the insight that your early teachers gave you. Lee and Charlotte both gave me great insight. And I remember two things that to this day I still use, and they're Charlotte Troupisms. One is keep a deep seat and a faraway look. And the other, and Phil, you'll attest to this probably with all the meetings you have to sit through, when all of us as students wanted to continue our lessons, you would look at us and say, the mind can only take as much as the other end can put up with.
Now that's the son that I heard about before I came here today. That's the one I heard about.